What's going on? It's Andy with Midmo Dents right here in Jefferson City, Missouri. Today we're going to be tinting a Toyota Camry. We're going to be putting some ceramic tint on it. We're going to do 20% on the front two windows, and then we're going to put 5% on the back roll down windows and the very back glass. This thing's going to look awesome whenever it's done. It's going to have a good amount of cooling when it's finished. The process on this one's going to be the same as all our other videos. We're going to take the door panels off on all the doors, so that way we can clean the whole window with our stainless steel razor blade. And then after it's clean, we'll spray it down with soapy water and apply the tint to the window. Back window, we're going to scrub it down with a scrub pad and soapy water, and then we're going to use a dryer sheet to help keep the tint kind of slick while we're shrinking the back glass. Inside, we're going to use a different scrub pad to scrub over the defrosters to get any kind of debris off the back windows, and then we'll still apply that soapy water and then lay the film on top of it. So while he's going through the process, we'll kind of talk a little bit about what's going on in our shop and why I think everything's working as well as it has been. Right now, it's the end of July, and we've been crazy busy with tint. Just as a reminder, our shop's only personally been offering tint for a little over 2 years. My installer's been doing it for 19 years, so we've really been kind of building the name here locally. One of the things that kind of set us apart from our local competitors, I know a lot of window tint guys try to do everything themselves, including answering the phone calls, scheduling the customers, and then trying to tint windows on top of that. As you probably know, it never goes well when the phone rings and you're in the middle of sticking a window. That's always a good chance for the tint to dry out while you're talking on the phone, so a lot of guys just seem like they don't answer their phone whenever it rings. Our shop's set up a little bit differently. We got a designated person that answers all the phone calls, walks our customers through the different types of tints that we offer, and then schedules the appointment. Another thing we do is we do allow people to wait on their vehicles while they're getting tinted. A lot of tint shops don't allow that. Ours, with us tag teaming some cars, we can get a full car done sometimes in as little as an hour, and sometimes full trucks in as little as 45 minutes. That's assuming that they're not getting anything done to the windshield. Another thing, we try to keep stuff simple. I don't have a ton of different shade options here at the shop. We start at 70% for windshields, 50% is good for windshields. Then we go to 35%, 20%, 5%, and then 2%, which is the darkest in our town. Don't carry the little in-between tints because I think that just kind of confuses people. And really, there's not that much difference in those little in-between options. Another thing is we only carry 2 types of film. It's going to be either carbon or ceramic. Both of them are lifetime guaranteed. I don't think it's personally worth it to offer a cheaper option than the carbon. That's pretty affordable as it is. I know some guys will offer a really cheap option, but just to not have people come back here a couple years down the road and not remember that they did choose the cheap tint and then they're going to have issues with it, we just kind of eliminated that from the equation. So again, everything that we offer is going to be lifetime guaranteed, either carbon or ceramic. Also, whenever we do get really busy, I kind of jump in and we'll help him on some stuff. Obviously, he's the best at installing, but if I can jump in and help clean windows for him or maybe shrink a back glass, that kind of helps catch us up, and that keeps us from having to book tint out more than a week for people to actually get in with us. Alright, so we're mid-process through the back glass. Again, we've scrubbed it down with the scrub pad and soapy water. Now we're squeegeeing off the excess soap, and that's going to get the dirt off there. We're going to scrub the other half of the back glass as well, and then we will squirt a little water on a dryer sheet, go across the whole back glass and let that dry completely, and then we'll be ready to lay our film on there and shrink it. Now that we got our film cut off there on the plotter, we're going to bring it over to the peel board and we're going to trim off the excess tint, so that way whenever we do put it on the back glass, there's no tint overhanging from the back glass. So all he's going to do right now is just trim that excess, and we're going to leave probably about an inch, maybe just a little bit more from where the plotter made that initial cut. It's always good to have a little bit of excess tint past that. Just kind of makes for a better shrink whenever we're forming that to the back glass. So you'll see he's trimming that extra little bit off there now. By the time that's done, our dryer sheet that we rubbed on the back glass should be 100% dry, and that way we'll lay the film on there and start the shrinking. Back glasses on sedan cars are usually the hardest for window tinters to tint, just because there's not a whole lot of room inside the car. Two, because it's a curved back glass, so there is shrinking that is involved, and it's just a big sheet of tint to get inside of a vehicle without touching anything on the way in, which would obviously maybe get dirt in your tint. So you're going to see now he's going to go through with the heat gun. We're just trying to slowly shrink some of these up and down wrinkles out of it, and then we're going to get our inside glass cleaned, and it should be ready to put on there. He's going to get that going now. And he's going to Frankenstein this on the way in. As you can tell, a big sheet of tint, trying to get in the back of the vehicle without touching anything. A little difficult to do. Definitely hard for me anytime I've tried, but he makes it look easy. Now we're going to get all our water squeegeed out now that the tint's all lined up, and then we just got to clean the outside windows and this thing should be wrapped up. If y'all got any questions at all, let me know in the comments. If you're local to the Jefferson City, Missouri area and you're thinking about getting your windows tinted, give us a shot. That is something, again, that if you wanted to, you could travel and wait on. We just got to make sure that we schedule that accordingly. So again, thanks for watching the video. If you got any questions at all, let me know. We will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.